Hello and welcome to the graphics lab of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. In this particular drawing hall, you will find the different boards, tools, instruments, sheet holders, and you will find here it is a large hall where we used to learn the engineering drawing and graphics. So when the pandemic will be over, we will be able to use these drawing instruments as well as these drawing boards to take the advantage of learning engineering, drawing and design. Here you will find the whiteboard that we used to teach the different modules of drawing and designing of engineering, graphics and drawing. Here we will see the types of line. Here we will find the code ES-ME191. Here is a projection is drawn over here, and here is the title block which is mandatory to be drawn in each and every sheet you are going to submit. This is, you can find the letter height, lettering system. Here you will find a schematic diagram of how to use the dimensioning system. We will discuss all these things step by step, gradual. Let us now discuss about the syllabus of your engineering, graphics and design. So you can find over here you have got 1 lecture, 0 tutorial and 4 practical periods. And the credit point is coming to be 3. So it is under the category of engineering sciences courses. It comes under the first semester, and it also comes in the second semester as well. In the first semester, it is known as ES-ME191, and for second semester the code will be as ES-ME291. In one of the semester, only computer science, mechanical and civil will be having this particular subject, while the electronics and electrical will be having a workshop, while the reverse will happen in the next semester. Okay, so now let us discuss about the overall syllabus we are going to cover in this particular engineering, drawing and design subject. Look, in the first you can say it is as module, we are having to learn introduction to engineering drawing. So it covers principles of engineering graphics and their significance, usage of drawing instruments, lettering, different types of lines and their use. And also we are going to learn drawing standards and codes as well. So in the first module we have got 1 lecture period and 4 practical, as you can see from here. Now coming to the second module, you can see over here we are having lettering, dimensioning and scales. In the scales we are having plane scale, diagonal scale and vernier scales as well. It has got also 1 lecture and 4 practical periods. Now in the module 3 you can see over here we are having geometrical construction and curves. Under this we have to draw polygons, conic sections including the rectangular, hyperbola, cycloid, epicycloid, hypocycloid, involute, Archimedean spiral. Now it has also got 1 lecture and 4 practical as well. Now the fourth module covers the projection of points, lines and surfaces, or you can also call it as lamina. It covers the principles of orthographic projections, conventions, first and third angle projection, projections of points and lines inclined to both planes, projection of planes comprising of rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, etc., and also inclined planes and auxiliary planes as well. It has also got 1 lecture and 4 practical period as well. In the 5th module, we are going to learn projection of regular solids. Under this, we will learn how to draw regular solids inclined to both the planes, as you can see over here, having auxiliary views, and we have to draw with simple annotation. We have to dimension, and we have to write the scale as well. And the common pictures we are going to learn are cube, pyramid, prism, cylinder, cone, and it also has got 1 lecture and 4 practical period as well. Now coming to the 6th module, you can see over here we are having combination of regular solids, floor plans. Regular solids in mutual contact with each other, like spheres in contact with cones standing on their base. Floor plans that include windows, doors and fixtures such as water closet, bath, sink, shower, etc. It has also got 1 lecture and 4 practical periods. Now, the 7th module comprises of isometric projections, under which we have to learn the principles of isometric projection, isometric scale, isometric views, conventions, and we have got isometric views of lines as well, planes, simple and compound solids as well. Next, we have to learn the conversion of isometric views to orthographic views and vice versa. We have to also learn the conventions as well. And it has also got 1 lecture and 4 practical period. Now coming to the 8th module of engineering graphics and design, we have got here sections and sectional views of right angular solids, and which comprises of prism, cylinder, pyramid, cone with their auxiliary views. Then we have to draw the development of surfaces of right regular solids, which comprises of prism, pyramid, cylinder and cone. Next, we have to draw the sectional orthographic views of geometrical solids, objects from industry and dwellings, that is the foundation to slab only. It has also got 1 lecture and 4 practical classes. Next, coming to the 9th module, you can see over here, it is the overview of computer graphics, customization and CAD drawing, where we have to learn the listing the computer technologies that impact on graphical communication, demonstrating knowledge of the theory of CAD software, such as the menu system, toolbars, standard object properties, draw, modify and dimension. And in drawing area, that is the background, crosshairs, coordinate system as well, and dialog boxes, windows, shortcut menus, button bars, command lines where applicable, the status bar, different methods of zoom as used in CAD, select and erase objects, isometric views of lines, planes, simple and compound solids, setup of the drawing page and the printer, including scale settings, setting up of units and drawing limits as well. Then also we have to learn the ISO and ANSI standards for coordinate dimensioning and tolerancing. Next, we have got orthographic constraints, snap to objects manually and automatically, producing drawings by various coordinate and input entry methods to draw straight lines, applying various ways of drawing circles. This module also have got 1 theoretical and 4 practical periods as well. Next, in the 10th module, you can see over here, we are having the setting up of layers. And previously, we also have to know how to, this is the heading, annotations, layering and other functions. We have to know how to apply dimensions to objects, applying annotations to drawings, setting up and use of layers to create drawings, and we have to create, edit and use customized layers as well, changing line lengths through modifying existing lines, extend or lengthen, printing documents to paper using the print code or command, you can say, orthographic projection techniques as well, drawing the sectional views of composite, right, regular, geometric solids and project the true shape of the sectioned surface. Then we have to learn the drawing annotation, computer aided design, software modeling of parts and assemblies. Then we have parametric and non-parametric solid, surface and wireframe models. Part editing we also have to learn, and two-dimensional documentation of models, planar projection theory, including sketching of perspective, isometric, multi-view, auxiliary and sectional views. Spatial visualization exercises we also have to learn, and we have to dimensioning guidelines, tolerancing techniques, dimension scale and multi views of dwelling we also have to learn. Now this module has got 2 lectures as well and 8 practical classes. Okay, now coming to the last module, that is the module number 11, we have got demonstration of a simple team design project, where geometry and topology of engineered components, creation of engineering models and their presentation in standard 2D blueprint form and as 3D wireframe and shaded shortlists, mixed topologies for engineering analysis and toolpath generation for component manufacture. Then we have to learn geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. Then use of solid modeling software for creating associative models at the component and assembly levels. Floor plans that include windows, doors, fixtures such as water sink, water closet, bath sink, shower, etc. Then applying color coding according to building drawing practice. Drawing sectional elevation showing foundation to ceiling, and then we have to proceed to introduction to building information modeling. This module, this last module, that is the 11th module, have got 2 lecture and 8 practical classes. Now some of the instruments they have also given in the syllabus as well. You can see over here that is the essential requirement, you can say, that is the drawing board, and we have to purchase a mini drafter or set square, whichever is possible for you. So set square they are given as 45 and 60/90 measures, T square also. So you can either use T square or mini drafter, okay, whichever is suitable for you. Then we have to purchase protractor 180 degree and 360 degree. Then we are having to purchase scales, plane and diagonal as well. Then we are having compass, small and large. Then we are having dividers, small and large. Then we are having French cards, and then we are having drawing paper A1 size, and we have to purchase drawing pencil as well, H, HB and B, and we have to purchase sharpener, eraser as well, then drawing pins and clips as well, and we also have to purchase duster and handkerchiefs, etc. So this is all about the basic syllabus portion that we are going to cover in this particular subject.
Good morning students, welcome to virtual lab of engineering drawing and design, ES-ME191. Today myself, Piraj Majumdar, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department, along with me Mr. Devasis Ghosh, our Senior Technical Assistant of Engineering Drawing and Design, will be demonstrating you the basics of engineering drawing and design. And today we will only discuss the basic portions and the basic tools that we are generally used in the drawing and design of engineering drawing. Basically, before starting directly to the subject, I must introduce you this subject. Look, this engineering drawing and design is the basic mother subject of every subject, you can say. Today we are in mechanical engineering department, and I can say that without drawing and design we are nothing. But you can say every department has got this, have to gather this basic idea of engineering drawing, as because engineering drawing is the language that we use to communicate, to express our ideas as well as our designs to every part of the world. The term drawing is very well termed and well known to you from very childhood, but this engineering drawing is somewhat different, as because in engineering drawing we are going to learn some basic ideas or basic nomenclature. You can correlate that nomenclature with basic grammatical portion of any language. The grammars that we use in different languages to express or to express or to communicate exactly through our languages. Similarly, the nomenclatures we are going to use in drawing and design are going to be prevail in all and each part of every portions in every sphere of our world. Okay, so the basic nomenclature is very important before going directly into the subject. So let us start today's session. You can see over here, this is engineering graphics and design, and the code is ES-ME191. And I will just give you a brief idea about the whole syllabus that we are going to cover in this particular semester. And in the theoretical portion, we have introduction to lines, lettering, dimensioning, and scales. And second module, we have geometrical construction and curves. Third module, we have projection of points, lines, and surfaces. In the fourth module, we have projection of solids. In the fifth module, we have isometric views. And in the sixth module, we have sectional views. Seventh module, we have got development of surfaces. And last but not the least, eighth module, we have introduction to computer aided drawing or drafting, you can say, that we generally use to draw in the computer, using the computer with the help of the software, CAD software, okay, or AutoCAD, you can say. Now, in practical portion, before coming to the directly to the lettering portion, I would like to introduce you Mr. Devashish Ghosh, who is going to be your sir, who will be demonstrating the basic instruments and the paper, the sheet, drawing sheet we generally use to draw. That will be shown by Mr. Devashish Ghosh.
Good morning, students. Myself Devashish Ghosh, technical assistant, drawing. I will teach you what are the instrument required for this drawing. Yeah. First, for this drawing, you need a drawing sheet. This is your drawing sheet. This size is A1 sheet. Yeah. This dimension is 841 into 594 millimeter. And this is your sheet holder. Yeah. Now come to T. This is your T square. This is your T square. It is used to draw all the parallel lines and horizontal line. This is your set square. This one is 30 degree and 60 degree set square. We are using it for drawing the 30 degree angle or 60 degree angle or perpendicular line. This is your 45 degree set square. This is your board clip. Yeah, you need at least 4 board clip.
Now you can see that the clips are being used to attach the drawing sheet, A1 drawing sheet, with the drawing board. So you can see over here, Sir is attaching the drawing sheet with the drawing board. This clip will firmly attach the sheet with the board. That will help you to draw properly. Now you can see it is the T scale. Sir is attaching the T scale with the edge of the drawing board. You can see over here. This T scale is used to draw horizontal line as well as parallel lines. Now you can see Sir is holding the diagonal scale, which will be used to draw the margin in your drawing sheet. This diagonal scale will be used to mark 2 centimeter from the edge of the drawing sheet. So you can see Sir is marking 2 centimeter from the edge of the drawing sheet. Then we will use the T square to draw the margin. Now the margin is being drawn. Now similarly, you have to draw margin taking 2 cm from the edge of the drawing sheet. To draw the margin in 4 sides of the drawing sheet. So you can see similarly Sir is drawing the margin on the right hand side of the drawing sheet. Similarly, you can see the lower portion margin is being drawn. This here you can see it is a title box which is mandatorily to be drawn in each and every drawing sheet. This title box you have to draw in the bottom corner portion of your drawing sheet. Now this dimension is 150 and this is 60 millimeter. Above the this title sheet you have to write this sentence as all dimensions are in millimeter. This is also mandatory. You have to write. Now you have to divide this section you can see over here into 5 equal portions. So you are having you have to break into 6 equal division. So this is total is 60. So this each and every section will be of 10 millimeter, and this will be your 20 millimeter 3 portions. Okay. First you have to write the name of yours. Then you have to write department of yours. Then you have to write roll number. Then you have to write date of commencement. Then you have to write date of submission. And in the last portion, you have to write the scale. It may be 1:1 or it may vary depending on the requirement. Now, this portion you can see over here. Here will be the name of the college, that is Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. In the next portion, it is our title of the drawing sheet. Here it is written as lines, lettering, dimensioning and scale. Similarly, for different modules, the title will be different. Now, coming to this portion, it is the projection symbol. This projection symbol signifies that you are drawing in first angle projection. Next is your sheet number. Here it is written as 1. Similarly, if you are drawing in sheet number 2, it will be 2 and so on. Last is it will be the signature. Okay, signature of teacher concerned. So overall, this is the title sheet you have to draw mandatorily in each and every drawing sheet. So students, as I earlier told you that engineering drawing is somewhat different than fine arts drawing or the drawing you are similar from your very childhood. In engineering drawing, we are having some nomenclature or grammar you can say, so that we can easily depict a technical drawing in each and every portion of our world. This is the communication language, you can better say, this engineering drawing, through which we can express our various ideas and designs of technical drawings. As you can see, in technical portions we are designing the different portions of automobiles as well as circuits, as well as different portions or machines or machine parts in our different machining as well as cutting tools also. So now, before going to the drawing, you have to learn the basic nomenclatures. So in our first module, we have got lines, letterings. So as you can see, without the help of lines, you cannot proceed in engineering drawing. So lines are the basic things in an engineering drawing. So we have got some special or popular lines over here in engineering drawing, which we will be going to be exclusively using or extensively using in our daily engineering drawing. So you can see over here, the different lines are shown over in this particular whiteboard. Now, we have got the heading of type of line. So first you can see this line. This line is somewhat thick in respect to the other lines. So the first line is the second column is the description. So first line is known as the continuous thick line. Okay, so you can see over here, this is somewhat thicker in comparison to the other lines. So this continuous thick line is being extensively used to draw visible outline. That is the boundary lines, you can say. So you can see over here, this is the boundary lines. This boundary lines is drawn over the whiteboard. Now this is somewhat faded, but we have to draw a thick line to make the boundary line visible. So first is your continuous thick line, which will be used for understanding the or drawing the boundary lines. Next, you can see over here, it is somewhat thinner than the previous one. So this line is known as continuous thin line. Now, this continuous thin line is used for dimension lines. As you can see over here, in this particular drawing, we are having this dimension lines. So you can see over here, these are the dimensions. We will later learn about the different types of dimensions and what are the uses of dimensions, why the dimension is necessary as well in the graduate classes, in the later classes as well. For today only, we will be learning the different types of lines that we are going to use in our later classes. Okay. So you can see this continuous thin line is used for dimensioning. Okay. Next, it is also known as leader line, or it is used for extension line as well as construction line and hatching. Now here you can see in this particular figure we have got this hatching lines. Okay, so you will gradually learn in our later classes what does this hatching actually means. For today only, we just see these are known as the hatching lines. You can see over here. This is the hatching lines. Okay. Now coming to the next portion of the type of line, we have got this, irregular line. You can see over here. It's not a straight line. So this particular line is known as continuous thin irregular lines. And this particular line is being used for irregular boundary lines. Next, you can see over here, this is somewhat look like the heartbeats. You might have seen in the TV, this symbolizes the heartbeats. So in technical term, we are saying this particular line as continuous thin with zigzag. Now the application of this particular type of line, that is the continuous thin with zigzag, is long break line. You can see over here. Next is our dash line. You can see over here, there is a breakage of the line. So it is known as dash line. Now it is thinner. So it is known as dash thin line. Now this particular line is used for understanding the invisible edges in a particular drawing. So it is very important. So you must keep in mind this dash line is used for understanding the invisible edges as well. Now coming to the next type of line, you can see over here, apart from having a dash, we are having a small lines in between the long lines. So this particular line you can see over here is known as chain thin line. Now this particular line is being used to understand the center line. Okay, so center line you can see over here. This is a center line. This is a circle, and to understand the center line, we have to use this particular chain thin line. Okay, so this is the center line as well. Now the next line you can see over here. This line is similar to the previous one. You can see over here. But the main difference is the end. If you carefully look at the end of this particular line, you can see the end are being thickened. So this particular line is somewhat different from this particular chain thin line, and it is known as chain thin with thin at end. That I was telling you, it is thin at the end. Okay, so this particular line is known as chain thin with thin at end. Now this particular this particular line is used to understand the cutting plane lines. Now the cutting plane lines you would wonder what this actually means, but we will learn this particular concept of cutting pen in our projection of solids as well. Okay, so for today only, we are just only having the idea of the different types of lines that are being widely used in our drawing and design as well. Okay, so that is all about the lines.